Asha, Scene 1. Wednesday, a note. Curtains open. Asha pressed her books to her chest, grabbed her phone, slammed the locker door, and marched down the hallway of Starbridge High, tossing the 67 pieces of a torn-up, pathetically written "Let's Just Be Friends" note in the hall trash can.
Friends?
She thought.
What kind of friends undress each other in the back seat and talk about saving money for an engagement ring? Friends? What a loser.
She mumbled underneath her breath. Then she took her phone out of her oversized purse.
It'll feel even better to text it to my entire team,
she thought.
Eli's a loser! There, much better.
Her lips pursed, determined not to cry. The other students kindly stepped out of her way as her 5-foot, 8-inch slender frame tore down the hallway.
Oh, if I could just get to my car without running into my new friend or his horde of immature jerks.
Asha bit her lower lip to fight back the tears. Her resolve to stay pulled together was waning. She could feel her heart wanting to take over, the urge to break down, and the rising need to sob. She resisted. Her flat-ironed blonde hair pulsed at an angle with every step as she barreled down the last hall and out the door to the parking lot. The humidity smothered her face, demanding she blink. As she did, the tears she fought hard to contain spilled down her cheeks.
Dang it,
she whispered, as she quickly brushed them away. It was that thick post-summer air she inhaled. It made her long to be back laying poolside, tanning her smooth olive skin and counting the minutes till he finished his lifeguard shift. She always loved knowing Eli was looking through his shades in her direction as she turned in just the right way to provide him with a view that he did not deserve. The ache forming in the pit of her stomach brought her back to reality.
Will I ever script this thing right?
She whispered to herself. Her world was spinning the wrong way, and she couldn't stop it. She tried to wrap her mind around what just happened, but nothing made sense. She felt faint, like her heart was gasping for air. Eli was her first love.
If that's what love is, then I don't want it,
she thought, as a knife had entered to penetrate and shred her heart into slivers. The piercing pain grew with each passing moment and became increasingly unbearable. Still pacing quickly ahead, trying to reach her car, Asha pulled open her purse. Her delicate long fingers fumbled through the contents.
Makeup, sketch pad, wallet. Oh, where are my keys?
She pleaded to herself. Little tasks seemed like huge ordeals when she was on the verge of tears. Continuing the search, Asha felt her colored pencils.
Oh, I haven't drawn in forever.
The thought made her heart sink even further. Art was Asha's outlet, a breath of air to a suffocating home life. But for the last months, Eli so consumed her thoughts in time he'd become her only breath. Asha felt the cold metal of the keys.
Finally,
she exhaled and quickly pulled the keys out of her bag so she could escape this scene before anyone guessed she was close to losing it. Looking up from her purse, she spotted her escape.
Thank goodness, my car,
she said with relief. Asha heard a door push open and froze. Her muscles tensed. She knew that sound. She glanced in the direction of the gym, then quickly shifted her eyes back to her car.
Oh no!
Her heart dropped to her stomach. She commanded herself to start moving again. There was Eli, exiting the gym with one of his jerk friends. She should have known he'd be here.
Why did I waste my time every day counting the seconds till I could meet him here after school?
She whispered to herself. Asha's eyes glanced again, then darted away, hoping he hadn't seen her. He hadn't. He wasn't even looking for her.
Such a guy,
she muttered in disgust.
Does he even have a clue that he just ruined my life?
He laughed at something his friend said and pretended to shoot some imaginary basketball. Swish, he declared with pride.
Brick,
Asha whispered with rising anger as she quickly double-pulsed her unlock button and ducked into the car, tossing her purse and books into the back seat. They landed on the exotic stuffed panda bear he'd given her just 13 days ago. The fur was soft as silk and she had loved it, but now the thought of putting it behind her rear tires and backing over it a few hundred times was very tempting. Asha slammed the door closed.
What an insensitive jerk!
She yelled at the windshield, feeling the urge to tell someone else. Remembering she hadn't texted Yoshiko or her cousin yet, her fingers flew across her phone like a pianist flies across the keys.
Might as well inform the world he's a jerk. Eli's a jerk. Such a guy. What was I thinking? There.
Asha synced her phone with the car radio and turned the key. She entertained the notion of squealing her wheels and tearing out of the parking lot.
No, I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing he's devastated me. I'll exit in style, something he obviously knows nothing about.
Asha placed her diva-sized Gucci sunglasses over her meticulously painted eyes, glossed her lips, adjusted her hip-hugging belt, and pressed the gas pedal. Her blue Beetle glistened in the sunlight as it hummed off, passing him. There he stood, smiling that smile she could never resist. Eli glanced her way as he noticed the familiar Beetle. His smile changed when he caught her eyes. He waved, looking a little concerned.
Why is he doing this to me?
Her mind raced. She chose to acknowledge his wave and nonchalantly nodded her head, trying to appear like she wasn't crushed by his heartless note. She wanted to flip him off. Crushed was an intense understatement. Her bug rounded the curve, and he was finally out of sight.
Scene change,
she exhaled as her heart gasped, the teardrops fell, and the curtains closed. It was Asha's Act 1, and she's so over the drama.